Okay, so it looks like we're... Oh, and we're good to go. Okay, so it looks like the Discord thing's a bust, mainly just because I can't even join them properly, but that's okay. I'm going to do solo commentary, and it's not like these are particularly hard, though I'm going to be the ultra dirty chump man. And throw in the axe. I'll switch to the book and the... I'll switch to the book and the staff once combat actually starts. Well, let's make sure that we've got the right moves. Firebolt, damage over time. AoE. Okay, and then the book. Okay, cool. So this way I don't have to worry about my maneuvers getting messed up here. I want to try using this staff. Fire staff. Okay, that's the stuff. These guys are going to go fast enough that I'm just going to chump land my way through this with pitiful damage. But it'll be worth it. But if we can just kind of let them go, they might find out about this in the video. If we can just let these guys murder not everything for me, I can potentially roll T3 staff midway through this dungeon. Some of these spells look pretty beefy, actually. I like them. Oh, yeah, of course. That's why the staff DPS is garbage, is because auto attacks are not your, auto attacks are not your main deal here. That makes perfect sense to me. Okay, so yeah, let's just let them die. How fast are we leveling this staff? We're at about 40% already. Because, yeah, if I can get that T4 Cursed Skull, that is going to change things. I mean, admittedly, I'm still kind of committed to the idea of going Axe here. But at the same time, it seems like it's worth it. I should see how Hellgates work at some point, because that could be something to maybe be interested in. Though I've heard that Hellgates are very specifically like a... it seems like Hellgates are very specifically a, like a PvPvE thing. Like, maybe you have to fight your way in? I could see that being the case. I'm just hoping nobody takes a look at me and questions it. It'd be pretty bad. I've never played with these guys before, but considering this is, like, utter chump business. Whoops. Stay away from that. But yeah, currently just ultra chump man. I should probably get Genyatta on if he feels like it. I don't know. I feel so guilty. I feel so guilty about like so many things. I mean, the fact that I'm getting so many like amazing things from from you guys watching this, and so on and so forth, just makes me feel undeserving, if that makes any sense. And now I'm like, okay, so I think I might run this with these guys and maybe see if I can switch over and work with Genyatta after this. I don't know, I have limited time. I stayed up really late playing Persona, or streaming Persona 5. That game is fun. Okay, so we're Journeyman Mage, so we want to back off. Switch to the the Journeyman Mage set. Nobody noticed. Nobody noticed. Rising in the ranks already. Seriously, the speed training from bringing like a shit weapon into a much higher zone is totally worth it. Did not expect I'd be going full wizard on this, but it works. And then we can go Hellion after this. I don't know. Life is weird. I should probably respond, though. There we go. Because yeah, I wanna give some people some face time. I don't want to be like super rude about any of these things. I know no matter what, like, these are kind of gifts without strings attached, but at the same time I would like to I would like to actually be kind and reward people with my presence. That feels so weird. Like, the problem is, like, as a YouTuber, I have the hardest time, like, telling, like, how do you reconcile these things? How do I reconcile these things without coming off as, like, coming off as kind of a jerk? Because I don't want to ever take advantage of, like, people's good nature and feelings of, like, charity and, well, I guess not quite hospitality and stuff like that. But, like, I don't want to be selfish, and this is gonna start driving me insane. I guess I'm just going to consistently always just say thank you to everybody that's helping me out in these videos, either by dragging my weak ass around in these dungeons or throwing incredibly nice things at me. Like, damn. Okay, that's cast time. Yeah, cast time modifier is actually pretty important. Also, I'm rather glad I rolled leather. I'm sure I'd probably do a little bit more damage if I rolled cloth, because I think cloth gets a slightly bigger bonus. Oops. Don't stand in the middle of death. That's a bad. I'm so used to being up close and personal. It's like, wait a second, no, I can actually do stuff from far away. It feels weird. I don't like it. Okay, so what are we at for the fire staff? 800. Yeah, so this one's going to take a little bit longer. Maybe I should actually. Let's switch to the fireball. It's got a faster cast time, and we've got a decent amount of groups that we're going with. So we got Bloodlust. Oh, my damage and heal power. Okay, yeah, I'm not really sure if I should be messing with my gear too much. Huh, you really can do a crossbow one-handed. That doesn't even begin to make sense. That's also something to look into. Because, yeah, if I could do crossbow and torch, I wonder... Yeah, crossbow and torch must be an actually, like, decent combination. Oops. Let's get away from that. Thank you very much. Also, I'm curious what the maximum range on some of these things are. Well, I mean, honestly, I'm just gonna mess around, and seeing as I've got, like, a decent amount of learning points, I can just, hopefully make everything work. I just realized I don't have any music running. Should probably fix that. Okay. I am organized tonight. I don't know. I mean, I'm never going to be particularly organized for this series. This is going to be me just kind of bumbling my way through things and just slowly managing to make things work. Oh, I really want to listen to the the Pyre soundtrack. I don't know if you guys have seen Pyre yet. Any of my Pyre playthrough, but it's an absolutely wonderful game with an absolutely wonderful soundtrack. But I'm not entirely sure if it would be kosher for that kind of soundtrack to show up in my videos. Currently this is the oh, what am I thinking? The Duelist soundtrack, which apparently I have access to as long as I, mention them occasionally. But they have a wonderful soundtrack that I get to listen to too. And that one I actually get permission for. I wish more developers would do that. Like, it would be such a nice thing. Well, maybe I should actually send some emails out at some point and just be like, yo, I love your music. Can I just, like, listen to it as part of, like, my other videos? And just, like, repeatedly say, oh, I don't have my Journeyman's Cursed Staff on. Fix that. Armor and magic resist, or... Let's do Cursed Beam. It's probably more useful. Didn't realize I had the wrong piece of equipment on. Well, that's okay. Okay, Digging Cursed Beam. What's this one do? Death Curse. Oh, I see. So it does extra damage based on the number of vile curses I can do. So I've got a stacking debuff that I proc with the other one. Okay, makes sense. I guess I'll just keep casting this as much as I possibly can. Stacks up to 4 times. And then we pop them for a ton of damage. I like that. That's cool. Okay, yeah, going Warlock. This will be fun. I have to say, I really enjoy the fact that this game is as freeform as it is. That you can kind of get away with whatever you want. So what's he got? Let's see, so the cowl gives some mana. Yeah, the main thing is the magic attack bonus. Is kind of major. How major, though? That's a question. It's 1.5. I mean, really, I'm losing at about 16% damage, but I might be gaining something else in return. I guess, honestly, that seems like the main difference is purely just going to be survivability. Which, I guess, if I ever do PvP, like, having the survivability is kind of incredibly useful. Okay, so I can actually cast the, the damage proc spell. Preemptively. Like, as soon as it's off cooldown, I can stack the other spells first. Well, that's kind of neat. Admittedly, he's going to die beforehand, but yeah, that'll be a good way of, hurting bosses and stuff like that. I'm also noticing this tends to be a little bit cheaper on my energy. Is it the bow? Is it the... Oh, could the staff come with some... Nope, I have no freaking clue. Well, this guy's gonna have a whole bunch, but I can probably stack the remaining 2 charges of this. Yep. Yeah, because as far as I can tell, Vile Curse does not actually... Oh, I see. Stacks up to 4 times. The problem is I have to follow up almost immediately. Those timings are tight. Because you want to keep Vile Curse running at all times and then you switch. But it's not always going to work. Ooh, got a T2 bag. Not that that's actually worth much, but still. Jesus, this thing is going to be fun to use. Does a ton of damage too. I'm curious, when I was looking at him, I noticed he had a lot of T4 gear specifically. And I'm curious about how it all stacks up-ish. Like what the exact reason why you'd want to wear like enchanted T4 stuff versus, you know, non-enchanted T6 stuff, except for maybe, like, visuals. I mean, the visuals are probably an important part, too. I don't know. It's one of those where I haven't played enough, but, like, you know, I'm so used to the World of Warcraft thing where you always just want that next tier of thing. And everything else that isn't that is just unnecessary. And so it's going to take me at least a little while to figure out, like, you know, what the meta is, I guess, here. Unfortunately, I'm trying to stay away from, like, direct information, because I don't really want anybody to tell me specifically how to play. I just want to kind of figure it out for myself, experiment with things, see what's fun, see what's not fun. Got kind of messed up there just a little bit. Luckily, I do a ton of damage with that one maneuver. Uh-oh. I think there's that one other guy. Oh, let's check out of that. We've got another one of these. I really like this move. The fact that it does like nearly 1,000 damage at the end of the cooldown. Oh. cast that before I die. Oh, jeez. My vision is red. Oh, stay away from that. Don't want anything to do with that. I just want that damage to pop. Yeah, damage to pop. Okay. One guy left. Let's see if we can run away. Okay, there they come. Yeah, I think there's one more guy in the corner, but I don't know if he's moving. Well, I'm gonna heal up. That was close. Let's see. Hey, we're already halfway onto T5. Yeah, if I can get up to T5, then I can really get my grind on. Fortunately, this guy's not picking himself up, which is unfortunate. Oh, yep, there he goes. And Riptide's the healer. Yeah, it's okay. It's a short run. And this is why survival is important. Yeah, I wonder if crossbow would be kind of fun to mess around with. I mean, honestly, my goal here is to find which weapon combos I like. Obviously, I've had this thing shoved onto me, which I do not regret in the slightest. But it's one of those where, yeah, what's haunting screams? Tortured souls of adventurers who've died in hell swarm around you while channeling. All enemies hit will receive 127 magic damage per second. Against players, additional 2% of the enemy's max health will be dealt as direct damage each second. Spooky. Desecrating Wave, Vile Curse. Well, don't have a choice, but that's fine. Nope, 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 nope. I do not want to leave a an unfinished expedition with new friends. That would be super dick. So I do actually have to confess. So these guys are part of the Utensils. The Utensils are a guild specifically for I Am Spoon. Yeah, for I Am Spoon. Who's actually a YouTuber I used to watch a long time ago. And I was definitely confused, because I knew it was like one of the two spoons, but I've always had the hardest time figuring out if who's who between Spoonerism and I Am Spoon. I've never had a good time of it. I've met Spoonerism before. I doubt that this will lead me to meeting I Am Spoon. Could happen. Probably not going to happen. I don't know. That's always kind of a weird thing. I always want to like interact with more YouTubers, but I'm like damn shy. I kind of prefer to live in this like weird like hobo hermit situation where I just don't have to worry about other people. Oh, interesting. But like, does it actually get rid of the buff? I don't know if it clears the buff or not. That's interesting. I don't know. Well, I guess I'll just do this for the time being. Yeah, I like the combination between Vile Curse and this one. It'll be a shame to lose Death Curse in the process, but it's okay. I'm just happy that I'm not totally chumping it up here. I don't know, but I must confess I got into this guild specifically, and everybody's like talking about the streamer and you know so on and so forth, and I'm just like I have no idea who they're talking about. I'm just gonna pretend I know who whose channel this is, and so on and so forth. Oops, made a friend. I'm like the least social YouTuber ever. I have like my 2 friends, and that's it. I guess my 2 friends and my fiance. Probably shouldn't have cast Death Curse. I don't think it was useful in this situation. Let's see. Yeah, I guess the one reason why you'd want to only use T4 gear is because it takes a while to like gear up the other stuff. No, I have no idea. I'm still stuck on that. I'm still stuck on that topic. The problem is I've just been talking about stuff this whole night, so at this point, I'm kind of in this like weird zone of just like I don't know what to talk about. I'm just gonna talk about whatever and see what works, see what doesn't work. The answer is nothing is working, but I'm just here. Been a good week though. I don't know. So many new games have been releasing over the past couple weeks that I'm like, I don't know, rather relieved. I've probably mentioned this a goodly number of times, but like I kind of live and die based on or my channel lives and dies based largely on how many like new games I can cover, so indie games and whatnot. And for me, if no new games are coming out, I'm actually kind of in trouble. And it sucks because, you know, I want to play all these like these new games and cover them and, you know, run new series. But when nothing new comes out, I actually end up in this like odd position where I'm just like, well, what now? And in this case, probably should not have cast Death Curse. Yeah, the problem is Death Curse takes a specific amount of time to run, and if I'm too slow about it, it just doesn't work out. Whatever. It doesn't matter that much. But yeah, so like, you know, we've got this game, we've got Albion, we've got Yonder, we've got just a ton of new games, and for a while I was just absolutely afraid that nothing new was going to come out. And then like midway through July, I look at the like upcoming games list and it's just like, by the way, here's all that stuff you wanted. And I'm like, no, I don't. Oh, jeez. Okay. Like all of the games that I've been waiting for are finally coming out, which is great stuff. Oh, this went bad. Must have been a double AoE cast. Well, I think we'll be okay. These guys are still going down regardless. I guess we still have our healer, so that's that. But yeah, I bet the tank got double nuked or something. Actually, I've heard of these guys one-shotting people in the past, so that doesn't surprise me too much. I don't know. Bah. But like even starting tomorrow, I've got like 500 million new games coming out that I'm really excited. Well, not 500 million. I got like 3 new games that I'm excited about, and then beyond that, there's a couple more coming next week, and then there's Hollow Knight and a bunch of other games that I'm just sitting here being. Whoa, server freaked out for a second. Either the server, or it's me, I don't know. But I guess I'm just sitting here in my chair, like, counting all of the games that I'm excited for. I always get the, like, those questions being like, you know, are you really excited for, like, Anthem? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. But I'm more excited for, like, all that stuff that I have access to, like, right this very minute. You know, all that stuff that's going to be coming out within the next, like, week or 2 weeks or stuff like that. Like, that is the stuff that I'm really, really stoked about. Sometimes I wonder if my audio attacks are actually worth anything, or if I should just be... They're probably not worth anything. See, if I was using a bow, my auto attacks would be worth something, but I'm not. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do in those situations when it's groups of enemies, because I don't have an AoE move. I'll just live with it. I'll see if I can figure out how to upgrade my leather gear. Unfortunately, I might actually have to spend some of my limited wealth working on grinding it up so I can make some T4 gear. Ooh, I don't know if I can do that. I can make T3 gear, but T4 might be beyond me. But I don't know if I can upgrade what I currently have with the commendations we're going to get from running this dungeon. mean, it's not quite a combination. It's, I guess it's an upgrade material. It'd be nice if it didn't cost me a damn thing, but it might. Oh, nope. Oh, I like moved my hand to scratch my nose, because obviously you record. You generally don't like take your hand off the mouse for anything. I guess I should probably use my left hand to scratch my nose instead of my right. But then it turns out didn't need to worry about AoE times anyway. Because somebody was on the ball with the interrupts. Carrot. I really should see if I can plant these or something. Hey, we're up there with these again. I'm going to use my learning points specifically to level up my leather. Because it does give me like a little bit of a power bonus, but also it's one of those where if I can get up to T5 gear, that'd be rather nice.